So good afternoon. My name is Rita, here from the Wood County Committee on Aging. I am part of the programs team as the Program and Technology Specialist. And today I am just thrilled to show off this amazing new building for Wood County. And I cannot thank you enough for joining us. So Jim, if you don't mind coming into view for me.
Yes,
Don't
hello.
know Jim, this is Jim Steinbrook. He has been our project liaison for this entire building project, but Jim has been with the agency for much longer than that. So Jim, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I've been with the agency for a little over 10 years, and I was the Director of Fiscal and Facility Operations for most of that time, until I decided to retire, but that did not last too long because
No, it did not.
our executive director asked me to be the project liaison for this new building. And I did agree to do that, and I'm very glad that I did.
Me too.
So it's been a good experience.
Yeah, and I'm happy to, dive right into it. Some initial questions that I've got that I think folks would be interested in is the square footage of this new Wood County Senior Center.
Yes, it is 34,566 square feet, which compares to about 14,500 at the former building.
Yeah, so the former building, if people are unaware, we were at the old post office in downtown Bowling Green on North Main Street. So this is quite the upgrade because that building is over 100 years old.
That's for sure, and it's just nice to be in this new building for just over 4 weeks now.
Yes, it's hard to believe we've been in here that long. So our new location is located not too far from the old senior center. We are on South Grove Street, 140 South Grove Street. And tell me a little bit about how we acquired this location.
Well, the city decided that they wanted our old location back. We rented it from them for $1 a year. For many years, and they wanted to do something different with the location. So they gave us plenty of time to come up with plans for what we were going to do. And we, in that process, we looked at various locations, and this current site was owned by the city, which was the former schools administration building. And they were willing to give it to us. It's 2.35 acres, and it's a very nice location. We really wanted to stay near the downtown area.
Yeah, I'm glad we did. So let's take a look. Here we are at the parking lot. Liz is going to pan a view for us. How many parking spots do we have here now at the new senior center?
We have 82 spots here now with 9 handicap locations that are right beside the entrance to the building, so that will be very convenient. I'm not sure, we must have had like 20 some places at the old building. And it's very nice to have 82 spots.
82 spots, and like you said, the 9 handicap spots right here at the front of the building facing Grove Street. So Jim, this is one of my favorite parts of the new senior center. Tell us a little bit about this walkway here and the special feature we've got.
Yes, what you're looking at right now is the entrance to the east side, and it is a special snow and ice melt system in the sidewalk. And what that means is if the temperature gets cold enough, there are sensors outside that will start the heating of this entrance, as well as the daycare entrance and the south entrance. And it will keep the ice and snow off the building, off the sidewalk of the building. And about 5 weeks ago, when we had that heavy snowstorm, this area was completely dry.
Wow.
When that occurred. Now, it is just the entrances. It is not all of the sidewalks around the building.
Very cool feature, Jim. And as you can tell, we're working on some landscaping. We've got lots of things planted and we're waiting to grow and flourish this spring. So tell me a little bit about where we are at right now. We're currently in the vestibule area, correct?
Right, and when you look, you're looking at the wall of the building, and it will eventually be our logo signage on the building. But that has not been delivered as yet. But we are in the vestibule, just in the entranceway to the building.
Great. And so let's go ahead and head in. We've got automatic doors here. Both sets of doors to enter the building have these, correct?
Yep, that is correct.
Great.
And we're going into the lobby now.
Yep. So let's start here. Liz has pointed towards this gift shop. This is immediately when you get in on this east entrance and you turn left. So tell us a little bit about the gift shop here.
Yeah, the gift shop, we have a group of ladies that have been operating a gift shop for many years, and we will be providing them space in this building for that. Since we cannot have a lot of people in the building right now, it's empty, but they will be moving some things over here shortly. And hopefully in the summer, we can have some people in here to see and purchase items.
Yes, we're very excited about that. So now we're going to turn and face the entranceway. Liz, if you don't mind turning right here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and turn around now. So that's our entrance. And now here on our left-hand side is our lounge. Beautiful area. The furniture just arrived or was actually just unpacked. Is that correct?
Yes, just last night, actually.
Wow.
We had a group of people unpacking 113 boxes of furniture. And you can see now the lobby area. It is not completely set up yet because there's some tables to be put together. But you can see the furniture that is in here, and you know, some occasional tables. We had an interior finishes committee that selected the furniture as well as paint colors, flooring for the building. And they did just a great job in doing that.
Now, was this fireplace originally part of the plans in the beginning?
Actually, the fireplace was a blank wall in the plans. There were, we had a lot of things we wanted to put in the building, but we only had so much money that we had to do it. So we did not elect at the beginning to put a fireplace in. However, along the way, Dr. Rick and Holly Barker said that they would like to donate the money to get the fireplace done. So we were able to go ahead and get it constructed while the work crews were here.
It is so beautiful. This is one of my favorite areas, and it's hard to tell virtually, but those lights, Liz, if you don't mind turning left, those really beautiful lights up top. These are so eye-catching. They're beautiful. We have them in the dining room as well, but it really adds that homey, cozy touch to the senior center, in my opinion. I love it. So then to the left is some storage for some games. We're figuring out and unpacking things as we go, figuring out what we're going to be putting in these spaces. But if we turn to our right a little bit, we're going to find a coffee lounge area where you know, coffee will be available once we're back open to normal programs and services. And
there will be a long table under those lights that people can sit at, and at some point there will be beverages.
Can't wait for that. All right, Liz, go ahead and pan to the staircase now. If you've paid attention to some articles that were published about WCCOA, you've probably seen this grand staircase. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was one of the last things that was actually put into this building, and it was constructed piece by piece, except for the steel work that went up there. And it was quite an engineering process to anchor that into the wall and keep it straight going up the stairs. And on the sides, you maybe can tell that that is glass going up and across the top. So again, a lot of engineering went into this really beautiful staircase.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite features. So to the right here, we're going to give you a point of reference again. So if we kind of get a little bit of the front door in the picture there, Liz, perfect. So that's where we started on the right-hand side. And we talked about the gift shop being to the left immediately. To the right is our front desk area. You'll notice there's a closet there, which is where different equipment will be stored when folks need to borrow wheelchairs or canes or anything like that, so that we can keep this area nice and tidy. You'll see Betty there at the front desk working away. We have volunteers that are now going to be working here, hopefully every single day, staffing that front desk. And what they do is divert calls and help folks that come in and take their temperature and whatnot. And we've got that TV there, Jim. What's that going to be intended for?
Well, actually, that TV replaces a whiteboard in the former location where we would indicate what was for lunch and also activities. That will now be put onto the TV screen, and it will be scrolling through different items. You'll be able to see what the menu is for the day and various activities for the day or that are coming up. So it will be a lot of information right as you're coming into the building, but it's a good spot to look up things when you're here.
Absolutely. And Jason's nearby. I didn't get to introduce him earlier, but Jason, I was thinking maybe you could tell us about that fancy new technology we've got near the front desk.
Oh, sure. So to help with some of our volunteers working the desk, we now have installed this guy, which you may have seen in doctor's offices or hospitals or something like that. It'll actually scan and record the temperatures, so that way, as people are coming in, they can just step right in front of it. We'll see if it actually works.
Temperature is normal, 98.1 degrees.
So there you go, and it makes it that much easier to get the temperatures recorded for everyone.
It's a very great piece of technology, and I'm grateful for that. Okay, so we've got our staircase here. Just for reference, we are going to be looking at the programs department later, but that whole suite is behind the front desk. So we will wrap up their first floor tour back there. Now we're going to head down towards our dining room. So this hallway area, you'll notice on the left-hand side, there is the other entrance that people can enter through. Everybody will still need to check in at that front desk and get their temperature checked and sign in like how you did at the old senior center. But Jim, tell us a little bit about this and the windows and how temperature is going to be controlled with all this natural light and coming in.
Sure. Well, again, at this entrance also, the ice melt system is in the sidewalk. And straight ahead, now you'll see some chairs along the wall, and there are windows along there. But above are radiant panels that will warm the area in the winter. There's a lot of glass right there. And so there's going to be cold trying to radiate through. But the radiant panels above should keep it very comfortable. And we do have some occasional chairs right there. So people can just sit down and talk or, take a break.
Yeah.
I might mention too, on the right side, this blank wall, that's going to be a donor wall. It's being, architects are working on that right now for design for those individuals that have contributed to this wonderful location will be recognized along this wall.
Excellent. And what's on the other side of the wall are activity rooms, which we will get to look into a little bit later once we tour the dining room. So let's head on down the hall a little bit. I'm gonna love all of this natural light that comes in, even on
Yeah,
a
look.
beautiful day like today. It'll look so beautiful. So right here, we're about to take a look into the coat room area. Nice large coat room, all new hangers. And tell us about the lights in the building. I think what just happened and what we saw was when you walked in, all those lights just automatically turned on.
Yeah, that's right. For energy saving purposes and all the common areas of the building, the lights will be off when you walk in, they'll come on. And if you leave, they will turn off after 15 minutes.
Excellent.
So it's a good energy saving device for us.
Absolutely. So now we're going to head into the dining room. What is the capacity for this area? How many people can fit in here?
It is 217 people, as I just
Can you
read
look at
the
that
wall.
There we go. So you'll have to pardon the last night, a group of folks helped you unpack these chairs. Is that right?
Oh, we had quite a crew here last night. And it was very, very helpful because again, we had 113 chairs delivered here. And you can see a lot of cardboard in the middle from those containers. And the chairs, we emptied out of the boxes and they were right on track for the right number of chairs, and they were no problems with them.
Excellent.
It was really remarkable, actually. So, but it is a heavier chair, so it'll be more sturdy when you grab, the back of the chair. It isn't going to fall over.
Excellent. So they're all new chairs. What about those tables? So we obviously don't see tables right now, but what are we going to be doing for tables in the future?
The tables will be the same tables that were in the former location. However, they are being completely refurbished. They're iron tables, so they're going to be repainted. They're putting brand new tops on them with new wood coating. And we should be seeing them any day now. We actually expected them to be back already, but they haven't shown up yet, but they'll be here soon.
I can't wait to see it all put together.
Mm-hmm.
So as we continue through, obviously it might be hard to tell, but we've got a doorway here. So Jim, will people be able to enter this doorway to the left?
They will not be coming in this doorway.
Okay.
It'll be used, at some point, we will have patio furniture out there that they can go out and come back in, but it is not a main entrance.
Okay, but people can exit it.
That's right.
Excellent. So I think the neat feature of this room is currently not being shown yet, but I'm hoping you can do a little party trick for us and show us the cool technology that we've got on the left there.
Yeah, I'll have to go to the other side to get the screen down.
Sure.
But over here, what we have is a TV here, and we also have a screen that Jason is going to show us.
Now, I have to admit, I'm a little biased. Being the technology person here at the Senior Center, this is really, really cool. So the screen comes out of the ceiling, and then something else does too to project, right?
That's right. When if someone wants to have a program and show a YouTube video, for example, they can plug in their laptop and it will go into our video system within the building. And there is a projector in the ceiling that
There it comes.
is now coming down, and that can be used to project onto the screen. But it won't be down that way all the time. It's out of the way, so it's protected, and
Yeah.
but when it's needed, it can come down. As far as audio, for those individuals that do have hearing aids, the building is in this area is Bluetooth enabled. So when they come in, they will automatically connect to the audio system. And if they don't have Bluetooth enabled hearing aids, we can still have a lanyard around the neck so they can use that to hear better.
Excellent. And that's the case for different activity rooms too, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And as you'll notice, those lights that I pointed out in the lounge area, we do have those also in the dining room. They're just
Yes, and these are set up, it's very interesting that because we have a lot of windows in this location, if there's more light coming in, the lights above actually dim down, again, to save energy.
wow. Wow, wow, wow. So now we are going to head into the kitchen, which is a really incredible part of the senior center. And if Paul is back there, and if he's ready to go, he's actually going to take over the tour. Oh, there he is. Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. So we finally made it to the dining room, and now it's your turn to show off the kitchen.
Okay, well, come on back so we can see the new kitchen. You can make it through this doorway. All right. So here you are. We will start with our dish room. As you can see, it's got its own compartment back here, its own dish area. The dish tank is slightly bigger, so we can run more through it at one time than having to do multiple times. So best thing about this kitchen, right, is that it is better organized, compartmentized. Like this one's has its own area, so that we're not one side of the building, other side of the kitchen, all around for that.
So that doorway there behind you, the area where it connects to the outside, that's where dirty dishes will come through, right?
Yes, thank you, Rita, for pointing that out. So that's where the dirty dishes will come through. You can kind of see up front here, this is the station that replaces that dish table we used to have out in the dining room. So they'll bring their dirty dishes up here, and then that way it's better organized to then move down and push the racks right and dirty dishes right into the kitchen, rather than going in and out the kitchen door.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, Liz, I just want to thank you again for doing such a great job. So
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so from that, we have a hand washing station. And then also we'll go down here down to the line, the food line. We got it pretty much, kind of looks a little bit like the old building, but it's a little bit bigger than that. So you can come on down, as usual, setting the food up in the station when people come through. We do have a cold compartment now, so we don't have to always put ice in a pan to hold the food cold. There's that one, and then we do have the steam table wells. We have 5 wells now instead of 4, so that up to that. So we do have that.
excellent. And then this middle area, that is quite a bit of space.
Yeah, the middle area, a lot of prep area. Down through there, so kind of like, once again, organize things into a better all-one station rather than at different stations in the kitchen. There, and then we also up here have our own laundry room, which is on the first floor now instead of the basement like the old building. So there's the laundry area there. And then there is a small restroom and mop sink area off to the left over there for that too. And we do have lots of storage now too, as you've probably seen in other areas. We got shelves down along through here to keep extra coolers, things like that, or on napkins, placemats, and stuff like that. So kind of works out pretty well.
And then we'll head back, maybe see the cooler and the freezer
Yes.
behind there.
We'll go on down through here. And then this to that. Yep. So then the cooler and the freezer are now side by side. Once again, a better setup, instead of one on one side of the kitchen, one on the other. So there's a cooler and freezer here, and then around the corner back over here is the stock room. Our big stock room.
Lots and lots of storage back here.
Lots of storage back through here, yes. As you can see, there's lots of area, so we've also brought, just like the long corridor down the other way, we've been able to combine them with other departments.
Hmm.
Like there used to be placemats and all that down in the basement, so now we can kind of combine all into one area too, so that helps with that. And then we can go down and see you got to see this side of the kitchen where all the cooking equipment is on this side, and this is better all in one area. Also down this line, we've got like another workstation with cabinets, and then also a 6-top burner stove top. We've got our flat top we brought back from the other kitchen, a new fryer, 2 convection oven, and we also have a combi oven, which is a combination oven and steamer. So we have that too. So all that's nice, having it right here, all in the same area. So it's getting used to where everything is in here, rather than at the old building, but it's working out very well, so.
We can't wait for your cooking again, Paul.
Well, thank you, thank you,
We
thank you.
missed that. I know I'm not alone in saying it, but hopefully someday soon we'll be able to get back to it.
Right, hopefully someday soon, yes, it'll feel like I'm back to cooking and back in the kitchen, so, yes,
Wow, what an impressive area.
yes.
So now what we're gonna do is, you might actually head out to that dining room area. I know I told you before, Liz, that we'll head out to the dining room where Jim and Jason are. And Paul, before we leave you, please tell us, what is your favorite feature of the new building? What's your favorite part?
Favorite part of the building, of course, the kitchen. But of the kitchen, it's hard to say. I do like pretty much everything. I like the way things are better organized with it, like I said, like cooler and freezer being side by side, or like we have the laundry room up here, so that when I do laundry, then it's like I'm not forgetting and then going back downstairs to get it done and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of components, but will say, because I just saw it, now in my office, I have an office, and you can probably see it from here, I have a window. And in the old building, there was no window, it was all stone block, so I have a window I can actually kind of get some fresh light in, so yes. I am enjoying that.
Good. Well, thank you so much for doing the tour of the kitchen with us.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yes,
If
definitely.
you have not checked out our May newsletter yet, he is going to be doing a live cooking video on Facebook with us. So check that out for May. All right, so this is our last look at the dining room again. Thank you, Paul, for showing us. And now we're gonna get back to Jim. So this is the other exit. So there are 2 long hallways from that front area to get into the dining room. We are now going to take a look at the restrooms, because I know that was a very important part to have a nice big restroom. So Liz, head on in there for me. All right, Jim, so tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, what we have here is, what we have, 1, 2, 3, 4 stalls in here, and one of the requests was to have more space in the stall, as well as grab bars. And we made sure that the stalls are a little bit larger and that they do have grab bars. So it
Excellent.
should be a lot easier.
And lights are automatic in here as well. So it's 15 minutes. If there's no movement in there, then the lights will automatically turn off.
That's right. You will be in the dark if you're sitting in here for 15 minutes, but if you wave your hand, the lights will come back on.
Yep. We do have an air dryer there, but it's not currently in use. But hopefully in the future, we'll be able to get that functioning again.
You know, with COVID, we can't really have the blow dryer on currently.
We've got sinks here with automatic soap dispensers, automatic paper towel dispenser. And the flooring is really nice in here too. So it's hard to tell, but I know people will really appreciate these spaces. So we'll head on back out. We're going to head into our first activity room.
So this
Or
is the
Liz,
next
she's
room
using the
here.
cart right now, so she's got to turn sideways to get into the. All right, Jim. So tell us a little bit about this space.
Okay, this is one of the larger activity rooms, and they can have a number of different programs in here, but one of them will probably be yoga.
Yes,
A lot of people have been really interested in getting back to that.
absolutely. So it's our biggest activity room.
That's right.
Yes.
And it does have a TV. It's
Mhm.
covered up right now. And it will also have the Bluetooth for the hearing in here. And I do want to point out the wall, that a number of the rooms have accent walls. And again, the Interior Finishes Committee had to select a lot of things. Bev Herzl, Nadine Edwards, and Nancy Orrell were on that committee, and they just did a fabulous job in making things look really good in here.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. We appreciate their time and efforts that they put in. We saw a couple sinks in here. So is that the case for our activity rooms then?
Yes, all the activity rooms will have sinks, so that's a good addition.
Great. One feature I love about our activity rooms, and our offices have this as well, is the dimmable feature of our lights. So, for a program that, we use the TV for, or for yoga, we have the ability to change that using a switch within the room. There's also a thermostat that is controlled. Now, what's the range that we can change the temperature, Jim?
It's about 4 degrees
4 degrees.
that can do the changes. And each room does have a telephone for emergency purposes.
Wonderful. So now we're going to head into one of our smaller activity rooms. This could be fit for classroom type of programs or smaller groups meeting together. So to the right, Liz, is where. Yeah. Right now we're using it for some one-on-one technology appointments and appointments with our social services department. We do have those plexiglass there for our safety. And again, that wall with the windows on it, that's that donor wall that Jim was talking about. So on the other side is the hall.
Right, and so you can get outside light coming in
Yes.
here also.
Yes, but still a bit of privacy, especially if you're in a classroom or you're doing a exercise class. So now, drum roll please. This is, I think, going to be one of the absolute favorite spots of the senior center. Well, we've got another activity room in there,
Yep.
similar in size, right? Right, Jim?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, so go on and head in here, Liz. This is considered our media room. So this is where we're going to be showing our movies and videos, doing trivia. I host a Family Feud game once in a while, but this is becoming, I think, a favorite spot for a lot of staff members. On the left-hand side, Jim, tell us about who built those movie cases for us.
Our executive director's husband, Dale, built these cases for us. And he, they're just beautiful, but for some reason, 2 of us measured and we didn't come up with exactly the right measurement. But he was able to make adjustments to make it all work out great, and it looks beautiful.
It is so beautiful. I can't wait for folks to see that in person. But I think what's really neat about this room is that the sound does not come through the TV. There's actually speakers within the ceiling that provide an awesome sound quality for watching movies in there. So I cannot wait for people to enjoy what we've got in store in the future for this room. So
Yeah,
take a look.
it's a separate audio system, so that's why it will sound a lot different in here.
Yes. And we've got the popcorn machine in there too for when we're able to have snacks. And then this is our newest addition. So John Blinn, who's been helping us organize the movies and getting everything set up, he had this made, right?
Yes, he
I love
did.
that.
Mhm.
I love that. So it's actually a glowing sign that we'll be able to hang up somewhere, but we appreciate John for all of his help with this project. All right, so now we're going to head on into, we're going to take a peek at the Adult Day Center, right, Jim?
We're headed there.
Wonderful. So to the left is the elevator, which we will be going up very soon once we get to the point of reaching the tour for the upstairs area. Looks like our tablet's having trouble focusing a little bit. Nope, there we go. To the right, before we even head in there, we do have a small room that we're able to use for some one-on-one appointments, and we've already been using that. So if you have any need for some technology appointments, we are hosting those. To the left is a family restroom, and we will talk about that in a little bit. But Jim, let's head on into the Adult Day Center.
Okay, we're just coming down a little hallway here, past the restrooms and into the adult day area. There are no facilities like this in Wood County. And we found that it was a definite need for the population right now to be able to make sure that their loved ones were safe while they the caregiver needed to work or just needed some time to do personal things. So this room can house 24 individuals. We will not operate it. It will be operated through Memory Lane out of Toledo. They will provide the staff for the operation. We will provide the space as well as meals for them. It is a secure location, so the individuals cannot get out, and except in the case of emergencies, of course. What you're seeing now is an outdoor area where they can go and sit and get some sun.
Wonderful. And we don't know when yet that will begin, correct?
Actually, they cannot operate as yet. They're under state directive. So until that happens, they will not be able to open.
Okay.
What you're seeing straight ahead is a room just to get away. Sometimes they need a quiet room, and that's been provided straight ahead.
And so there is a family restroom in here, and then just outside the door into the senior center is another family restroom.
Yeah, there's actually 3 restrooms that are required in that area, and there is a shower also. So the family can contract to have their loved one have a shower while they're here.
And then we're looking at the exit. So that the Adult Day Center that will eventually be up and running will have its own entrance.
Its own entrance, again, the sidewalk has the ice melt system in it. But again, it is safe. So they cannot exit without us knowing it.
Jason has opened up the bathroom door here for us, so we can see the shower as well.
Thank you, Jason. And now the last part of the first floor that we're going to take a peek at is the programs department suite. So this area is behind the front desk and accessible with this doorway here or near the front desk. There is a opportunity to open up and close that. So here we have an area for a future intern. We are working on a space for them. And then to the left is the director of programs, Daniel Broglie. She is, that is her office in there. And there's my office. So if everybody has visited the old site, the programs department pretty much shared a large room. So this is quite the change for us to have our own offices. Liz, the one directing the cart, that's her office right here. We also have a working area where we have storage for our materials and things that we are going to be using to prepare for programs. That's in here along with a copier. So Liz has been working very well at organizing this for us. And then Kinsey, if everybody hasn't met Kinsey yet, she is our new active aging specialist. So we're thrilled to have her as part of our team. And that is her office here. And just to give you a reference again, our front desk area is right here. So we are completely attached with them. Hi, Betty. Betty is one of our wonderful volunteers that sits at our front desks and answers the phones and greets folks as they come in. So we sure do appreciate our volunteers. And now we get to head on upstairs. We get to see the rest of the activity rooms and where all of the other staff members are located. So is Jason nearby?
I believe so. I think he's right outside our suite.
I had to call the elevator to make sure it was ready.
So we do have a wonderfully new and functioning elevator here. We're so excited about it. Now we may lose our connection with you for just a minute, but I'm excited to see the upstairs here. Does anybody have questions so far? I've been keeping an eye on the chat and haven't noticed anything, but we do have a minute as we head on upstairs. Feel free, you can unmute yourself if you do.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's padding in the
Yes.
elevator, and that is to protect the wall.
Yes, since we've been moving stuff in and out quite a bit, we have that padding up.
Got a little bumpy getting off the elevator, but we've made it.
All right, so we're taking a look here at the back now. To give you a reference again, here's their stairwell. So that front part that you see in the bottom there, that is the lounge. We are going to look into our first activity room, which was one of the top requests, I think, to have a billiards room. So let's take a peek in there.
And they're in there playing right now.
Yep. So this beautiful billiards room is set up with that special light. Jim, do you want to tell us anything about this room? I don't know if he's close by. Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah. Here I am. Yes, we got a special light for the room too.
Yes, yes. And lots more room to move around than our old senior center. What a beautiful room.
Who's winning?
I know.
All right. And so we have another large activity room. It is set right above the one in the main floor, right, Jim?
Yeah, it's right above, and it's really the same size as the other one, so that it can be used for the same things that the lower one can, except here you actually have windows.
Yeah,
since
more
it
of
is
like
on
the
second
full
floor.
windows, and the natural light in this room makes this my favorite activity room. It's going to be beautiful. I'm imagining, groups who come in to work on their art. This would be a wonderful space to work in. And if you haven't taken a look yet in our main newsletter, we are heading into the next phase of our reopening. And so we are able to host small groups and small programs starting in May. We're excited to be able to host folks again. If you haven't taken a look, our newsletter is available online, or you can pick up a paper copy, or we can get one mailed to you. All right. So then we have one more kind of an activity room up here, right, Jim? And I say that because it wasn't really intended to be one originally.
That's right. This was originally called the unfinished room. But as the project moved along, the budget looked good, so we went ahead and finished it.
Now, what's unique about this one is it's carpeted, and all of our other activity rooms are not.
Right.
Yep.
And because it was done right at the end, it does not have a sink in it either.
No sink, but a nice carpeted room. We're anticipating using that space for some support groups or small classes. Now, down at the end of this hallway is another space that will not be used by WUCUA directly, but tell us a little bit about it.
This is a room that will be used by BGSU, what's called the Optimal Aging Institute. And they do research and programming for older adults. And we did want to provide a space for them. And it was really part of the agreement because we did get some state funds for this building. And there is a small office room area here, and possibly it could be used for hearing tests that BGSU could bring their technician here instead of having individuals go onto campus to get hearing tests.
Wonderful. And we don't know when they will be phasing into this space, correct?
No, we have no plans, and we haven't heard when.
So as we head out here in this hallway, you'll notice I didn't get to point it out downstairs, but Jason, is he around?
I am.
Oh, you want to talk about it? I know this is.
Oh, sure. So this is one of my favorite features. And so we have new drinking fountains, obviously. But this one also has the capability that you can put a water bottle up here and it'll fill up your water bottle. And it also tracks how many bottles you've saved by not using plastic bottles. So I think that's just phenomenal that we're getting more environmentally conscious, and it's fun to use.
It is. Good. And there's another set of restrooms again. Is it the exact same as the downstairs floor, Jim?
The restrooms, which is the same, but
Yeah.
they're smaller. They're smaller.
A little bit smaller, but we do have another set of restrooms up here,
Right.
which is definitely new compared to the old site. We did not have. So now we get to head into the administrative suite. So this is where another section of our staff members are, and maybe Jason will introduce some staff if you don't know them or we get to see them again. Head on in here.
Sure. So this is the start of the suite. So here is where Jackie, who's our volunteer coordinator, has her work area, as well as Chuck, who's our maintenance person. So they work out of this area and can kind of function there. And then over here is a boardroom that we can have meetings. I can get a light on there.
Yeah, I would like to mention that this is the same table that was in Denise's office. And we brought over all the furniture that we possibly could to save money, but to provide, the items that we still had, we could
Right.
use.
Right.
And a few desks didn't make it, but most of the things did. We had 3 moving vans for 2.5 days that moved everything from the Main Street location to this location.
Yes.
And then this is just a coat closet where you can hang up some coats and other good stuff there. And then this is another one of my favorite features of the building as well. And this is a work area. So underneath here are all of the lateral file cabinets. So that if staff need to access their file cabinets, they can open this up, pull files out, and have this work area here that they can continue to work from, which is very good for me because I'm tall. So I love it.
Right.
Do we want to head that way into
Yep.
David Kubek's office? We'll see if he's in there.
Hello, David.
Hello.
You want to introduce yourself to everybody on here?
Sure. Hi, this is David Kubek. I am the Director of Fiscal and Facility Operations.
So what's your favorite part of the new building?
Oh my gosh, my favorite part is absolutely the media room on the first floor where the movies are going to be shown.
Yeah, we got to show off that new sign we got.
Isn't it fabulous?
It is, it is. But you've got quite the view up here. This
I
is.
do. Oh my gosh.
It's a huge window.
Yes. Lots of natural light.
Mhm. Well, thanks for letting us pop in and say hi.
Sure thing.
We sure do miss seeing folks in here, and I know that our staff, I can't wait to get back to normal. We're still waiting on the Ohio Department of Aging and the Ohio Department of Health to let us reopen for our congregate dining and other different services, but we're excited to see people. Hi, Leah.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
I'm Leah Truman. I'm the data technician here. And sometimes you see me out and about delivering meals too. But this is my new office. I love it.
Thank you. Thanks for letting us stop by. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part, I know that you just heard this, but I love this table out here that you just saw. Because sometimes I have to spread a bunch of stuff out and I have tons of space to do that now.
Very cool. Well, thanks, Leah. It's good to see you. And here is Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Stephanie. I'm the administrative assistant. So sometimes I'll be up here or you'll probably be more familiar with me down at the front desk.
Wonderful. Now, what's your favorite part of the new building?
Oh, there's so many places that are so good. I really do like the front desk. There's a lot of space for us to interact with everybody and space for staff behind the desk as well.
Great. Well, thanks for letting us stop by. It's good to see you.
This is Jason's office.
That's
He's
me.
on the tour.
Wonderful. Are we going to get to see our famous director? Hello, Denise. Hello, hello. You want to tell us a little bit about you?
Oh my, well, let's just say we finally are home. It's been a long 4.5 years. Jim Stainbrook and I have had our noses to the grindstone, and we think the seniors of Wood County are really going to enjoy this new building. And we're
Absolutely.
looking forward to seeing everyone come back through those doors.
Well, thank you so much. You've done a great job, and we appreciate all of your work and effort to serving older adults throughout Wood County.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and then our last office in this suite is Jim. We officially told him that he's never allowed to retire, so we're gonna have to find some new jobs here.
Yeah, I'm sure that can happen. But, I didn't think I would have an office in this building, but I've got one for now.
Good, good. Excellent. So now we're heading into our last suite to see some more staff members. Oh, all right.
Last slide over here.
This is another workroom we have upstairs to organize lots of supplies and things that we need to, help function for all of our services. Lots of great storage. And tell us about this space, Jim.
Yeah, this is the kitchenette for the building. Staff can bring their lunch. There's a refrigerator here, a freezer, as well as a microwave. During the day, you can see they can have some popcorn
Like
there.
a box of something.
Or donuts.
Donuts, yes, coffee, tea. It's not an eat-in kitchenette. It's to pick up things and take back to your desk.
Right. What a great space, though. So now we're going to head into our last suite. Hopefully we get to see some of our social services staff that you're probably familiar with. Lisa,
Actually,
Oh, go ahead.
actually, you get to see something that most tours do not see. This is the data room where all the technology happens.
And it's hard to tell, but those are all wires, right?
Yes, throughout the whole building, those are wires, and it's really very organized. But it has its own air conditioning unit in there. That's for all the communication, telephone, data, computers, all of it.
Wow, we definitely got an upgrade. Wonderful. Right. So this is our social services suite. This front space here is intended, again, for reference, our stairwell is right there. But we do have a space for their interns if they ever have them throughout the semesters. Lisa Myers is the director of social services, but she's not in right now. But we might be able to get to see somebody else. Hi, this is Jessica. Hello, Jessica.
Hi,
Tell us about you. What do you do here at the WCCOA?
I'm one of the social workers here, and I just help everybody else here in social services as a team to serve you all.
Wonderful. What's your favorite part?
Of this building,
Yeah.
it's a tough tie between this window because we moved from the basement to the second floor, and so now we can see out. So it's a tough tie between the window and the staircase that makes me feel like $1 million every time I walk up it.
It does. It's very grandiose, right?
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for what you do. Thanks for letting us stop by.
Thank you.
Hi. Tell us a little bit about you, Denise.
I'm the nurse. I've been around a little bit. 5 years, I think.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the new building?
The window.
Yes.
The basement for 5 years. That's a long time.
It is. We're
That was
glad to
long.
be up here.
Yeah.
Good. And then our last stop for this suite here is with Emily. Emily, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, I'm the home delivered meal assessor here at the senior center.
Well, it's so nice to have you here. Is Pam in as well?
Pam is not in, out doing medical transports.
So we do offer medical transportation, and we have been offering that. So if you're ever in need, give us a call. But Emily, what's your favorite part of the new building?
Oh, just like everybody else, I like all the windows. It makes it feel real nice and spacious and open.
It does. Well, thank you so much for what you do. Thanks for letting us stop by.
What you and Liz do.
All right, and we've got a storage closet here and a wonderful space for their work setup. And now we're going to head out into the lobby and wrap up and see if anybody has some questions or comments they'd like to share with us. Now, Jim, here's my, this has probably got to be a tough question. Since you've been here since, you know, groundbreaking, what is your favorite part of this project?
There is no one favorite part. As Denise mentioned, we've been living it for 4.5 years. So it's the entirety of the building. It's hard to believe that a little over a year ago, this was grass. And within 11 months, we're here in the building. It's amazing. It's quite a facility. It will last us for 50+ years, and it will provide the community with a really nice building, programs, and opportunities for them to use this building also.
Well, I just want to say on behalf of everyone, we thank you for everything that you've done. You've done an incredible job, and we're excited to serve the older adults of Wood County with this facility. So I'll open up the floor. Do we have time for a couple questions or comments? If folks want to, I will allow that right now.
Rita?
Yes.
Is there a basement? I had heard there was going to be a basement that was open to the public in an emergency.
There is a basement, but it's not an official storm shelter because it does not have restroom facilities. However, if there would be a tornado or a need for sheltering, there is an outside entrance that will go directly into the basement, and I'm sure the police and others would be very willing to help individuals get down there.
Great. Thanks for the great question, Julie. Anybody else want to share something or ask a question? Feel free, you can unmute yourself. Again, if you're on a touchscreen device, you'll probably have to touch in the middle of your screen and tap unmute. Or if you're on a computer, you may have to just move your mouse around, and it's most likely on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Hi, is that Judith who unmuted themselves?
Judy, yeah.
Hi, Judy.
I'm just curious, all that cardboard from the chairs, can we recycle that?
Definitely. It will be going to the recycling center.
Okay, good, because I was gonna say, I'll help with that if you need help.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for your question, Judy. Jed, did you have a question for us?
I was wondering where this building is located. How do I
Jim, do you
get
want to
there?
take that or do you want me?
Go ahead.
Sure. So if you're familiar with Bowling Green, we're not too far from our old site. So if you are coming off of Wooster Street and you turn onto South Grove, we are not too far from Wooster. So we are on the right-hand side. We're across from the First Presbyterian Church. If you're familiar with that new green space, we're, corner to that. But Jim, you may describe it better than I do.
No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
We're just a half block off Wooster Street, and we're still downtown.
Yes, very close. We're just not on the main drag of Main Street anymore.
You would
Is
have to
this
look for the.
on the
key.
east or west side of the main street?
West.
You said Wooster. I'm coming south on Main Street. Do I turn right or left on Wooster?
Left.
You're heading south on Main.
You're
Turn
heading
right.
south
Turn
on
right.
right.
Turn right on Wooster.
Turn right, okay.
Yes, and then the second cross street, turn left.
And that's Grove?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Well, I would like to thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. We cannot wait to serve you in this new building. And please keep a lookout for some more updates. We're hoping for opportunities to open with the Ohio Department of Health and the Ohio Department of Aging and their guidelines. Otherwise, we hope you all have a wonderful day. And thank you, Jim, for hosting this tour with us.
You're welcome.
Everybody have a great day.